Dad of Boy road trip is out, and everybody's talking about it. I walked up to my mamaw the other day, and she slapped me in the face and said, "You stupid googly-eyed piece of shit, why aren't you talking about God of War Ragnarok?" So today, we're talking about God of War Ragnarok. But before I talk about God of War Ragnarok, let's talk about God of War 2018. But before we talk about God of War 2018, quick disclaimer, all the opinions you hear today are unquestionable, and if you do question them, it's possibly even punishable by death. Because Twitter chose me as their factual warrior, and with this new status, I am now a part of the global elite. So let's talk about God of War. God of War 8 not only rebooted the franchise with an inferior formula, but it also revolutionized all media by introducing the dad and boy genre to the big screen. For decades, it was only Dominic Toretto representing family on the big screen, but then bam, God of War comes, and it's all like, oh, Incredibles, Mandalorian, The Road, and more. It's out here like the Clone Wars, but you just remember, God of War was the one that kicked it all off. And now that leads me to God of War I'm sorry, what? What'd you just say? The Last of Us? The Last of who? There were 7.8 billion people in the world, and despite an aging population and a plummeting birth rate, America still has 330-something million people. Think about that. Because that right there is a reference to hit game Witcher 3. You know what? I'm actually glad that you brought that up, because Witcher 3 is the game that concluded the dad and girl genre, a popular subfaction of the family genre that actually predates the dad and boy. It was here that John Witcher raised Ciri into a stone-cold killer. If this story doesn't tickle your heart, then I will. Get your ass in here. And just keep staying in the pocket with me, alright? Trust me, this is all building to God of War Ragnarok. We're just building. I'm building. Now, although we appreciate an ending, it's the beginnings that set the precedent, and Dead Rising 2 was the first time ever in media to portray a father figure. It was here that Chuck Green Bay Packers has to keep getting Zombrex for his daughter the whole goddamn game, when all I want to do is put funny Lego hats on the zombies. But anyways, I'm getting off track, and we wouldn't want to do that. But it is funny that you should mention zombies, because when I think of zombies, I think of the French, and when I think of the French, I think of rats. And that brings me to my next point. A Plague Tale Recome is a modern-day revolutionary twist on the dad and boy genre that decided, you know what? By the way, God of War Ragnarok, right around the corner. You're here, Ragnarok's there. Here, there. How about sister and boy? Kinda crazy, right? I wouldn't know. I haven't even played this game. I hate rats. But you know what I don't hate? Dogs. And no game had ever established a dog and boy relationship like The Last Guardian did. In fact, not even they did it, because this is some half bird, half cat type shit right here. But regardless, this relationship between boy and that big ass thing left gamers in shock. And guess who made it? Wrong! PlayStation made it. Guess what else they made? Predator's Hunting Grounds. You know who owns the rights to Predator? 20th Century Fox. You know who owns them? Disney. Disney, whose main theme park opposition over there in Orlando, Florida, is, you guessed it, Universal Studios. And you know what Universal Studios made? Minions: The Rise of Gru. Ladies and gentlemen, it's uncanny. Every road leads to Minions: Rise of Gru. Listen, I'm sorry for being this right. I hate being right about these things, but I have a check mark. Things are different now. And that brings us to God of War Ragnarok. I don't have a PS5, so unfortunately this is gonna be PS4 footage, but I gotta say, I can't even notice. I mean, wow. Just wow. This game really is as beautiful as everyone promised. 20 out of 12. Is the PS4 supposed to be making a ticking noise? Is that a DualSense speaker?